Mid-game introduction. In the Xiangqi mid-game phase, both sides engage in offense and defense strategies, utilizing various tactical techniques, such as intercepting, exchanging, blocking, and sacrificing pieces after the initial placement of pieces on the board. The objective is to vie for control and weaken the opponent's forces. The mid-game not only challenges a player's tactical planning skills, but also tests his ability to assess the current situation and adapt to it. Success in the middle game phase often relies on two key elements. 1. The precise evaluation and strategic use of the piece's values. 2. A deep understanding of the board's positions and the overall situation. Shifting. Shifting is a tactical maneuver in Xiangqi that involves voluntarily moving or sacrificing a piece occupying a key position when it obstructs the movement of other pieces along the same line or rank, in order to allow other pieces to adjust their positions more flexibly and occupy advantageous offensive or defensive positions. In the board on the left, Red's horse and cannon are positioned favorably for an attack. But Red's chariot on the 8th rank, c7, seems to be obstructed and unable to move smoothly to the right for an attack. Please consider how to utilize the shifting tactic to overcome this challenge. Shifting. In this situation, through the advancing of the pawn to the 6th rank, the Red's chariot has found a flexible route for mobilization. Due to concerns about the threat of the pawn, Black can only capture Red's pawn using his own central pawn. Next, Red's chariot can choose to retreat 1 step or 3 steps, thus successfully completing the chariot's mobilization. Interception. Interception refers to using our own pieces to block the opponent's important piece's movement path, thereby disrupting the opponent's offensive or defensive plans and making it difficult for him to smoothly execute his strategic maneuvers. Currently, Black is preparing to move the cannon from 2nd file to 8th file, b8 to h8 to attack the Red's chariot. If it is now Red's turn to move, how can they prevent this threat? Interception. Red can prevent the threat by moving his chariot to the 9th rank, d2 to d8, blocking the path of Black's cannon and protecting Red's chariot. Pinning. Pinning tactics aim at using fewer of your own pieces to restrict the mobility of multiple pieces of your opponent, thus allowing your other pieces to gain a relative advantage or attempting to capture the opponent's pinned pieces. Typical pinning methods include the pinning cannon, where you use a cannon to restrain the movement of your opponent's chariot or horse and cannon. The Red side's chariot and horse are both on the riverside. Consider how the Black side can use a single piece to hinder these two important Red pieces. Pinning. Black's cannon moves from 8th to 5th rank, b7 to b4, forming a classic pinning cannon layout. An example of using fewer pieces to restrict multiple pieces. At this point, the red side's chariot and horse can only move on the 5th rank. Black has effectively constrained the movement of multiple red pieces with a minimal number of its own. Blockade. Blockade refers to that one side creates a barrier on a specific pathway on the board using its pieces, so as to prevent the opponent's pieces from crossing it, and thus limiting the range of movement for the opponent's pieces. In the given position on the left, Black's 2 horses have excellent mobility and could potentially pose a threat to the red side at any moment. Therefore, Red needs to consider a blockade strategy to counter. Blockade. By moving the chariot from the 1st rank to the 6th rank, D0 to D5, Red effectively blocks the 2 black horses from reaching the river, constraining them within their own territory, thus achieving the goal of restricting Black's piece movement. Sacrifice. The sacrifice tactic is a proactive strategy in both offense and defense, with its core principle of putting pressure on the opponent by sacrificing pieces in exchange for a more advantageous position. Precise calculation is crucial when employing the sacrifice tactic. Making impulsive sacrifices without thorough thought and calculation may result in significant consequences. In this situation, the red side's horse on the right, G2, is under threat from the black pawn. Choosing to passively retreat the horse would put Black in an overall advantageous position. Sacrifice. Red's horse on the left, C2, advancing from the 3rd rank to the 5th rank, C2 to D4, is a sacrifice aimed at accelerating the movement of other major pieces by giving up the weaker horse, G2. If Black chooses to advance the pawn to capture the red horse, Red can respond with the cannon moving from the 2nd file to the 7th file, B2 to G2, so as to reposition the cannon from the left side to the right with the sacrifice of the horse. Although Black gains a piece, its overall position and situation are under pressure. Exchange. The exchange tactics refer to a strategy of advancing the game's development in one's favor through piece exchanges. This involves exchanging one's poorly positioned pieces with the opponent's better positioned pieces to gain a tactical advantage. The current position is a classic scenario with double horses versus horse and cannon. Generally, the side with 2 horses faces significant challenges in defense. Exchange. By playing the move f6 to d5, Red forces Black to capture the horse. Then, b8 to c6 is played to complete the exchange, simplifying the entire board. This process aims to seek a draw opportunity and is a typical application of exchange tactics.